Okay, the clock is ticking. Day 12 of our 1 hour workout. Happy New Year's. It's New Year's Day. Around 5 a.m. Some about that time in the morning. I took off the sweatshirt, but I got on my back brace. I have to confess I cheated yesterday. I made a salmon. I had some salmon, 2 apples, and a piece of watermelon, and a dozen of clams. And you know what happened? I'm back up to 212. But is that going to discourage us? No, we're just going to keep on going. Because what it did do was create a bowel movement. Because when I slowed down my eating, my bowel movement was less. And then when I ate a little yesterday, I had healthy bowel movement. So at the same time, I think it was for a good cause too. So I got on my sneakers today because the purpose of that, can you see it? Let me put the camera down. Purpose of my sneakers is, right? Purpose of my sneakers is because every time I try to do a push-up, my toes hurt. So I'm trying to get push-up in there. Because according to everybody else, push-ups is supposed to be very beneficial. So let's see us trying to do push-ups with sneakers on today. And see if sneakers is the excuse. I'm on my toes. I can't go down all the way. Nope. Can't do it. I feel like I'm gonna break my arms or something. I don't have no space over here anyway. Ugh. They say start off on the female push-ups. I can't even do the female push-ups. Anyway. Ooh. Let's see. I don't know if I could keep my sneakers on because I gotta get this, see if my feet, we'll go with what we can do. And we could use this, like I said, until I ordered the apples to, but I should have looked into it more before I purchased, but I still think it's gonna be all right, But come to find out, it squeaks. It got a squeak to it, so I'm gonna have to find a way to oil it. Even with a kid on there, it squeaks. And some people are saying the metal is cheap. The pedal is breaking, some of the metal parts. And, some people say they had to weld the pieces, weld some pieces back together to get the thing working right, but it still has a squeaking noise. So I didn't get no email confirmation about my purchase yet, because some of these places you purchase equipment from, that's not a big store. The big stores give you immediate confirmation. This is something I ordered. Let's see, can I do it with my sneakers? No, I gotta take my sneakers off. My feet is not fitting in here with the sneakers. I got a the order number, you know, once they took payment from my bank, but it appears to be like they were closed New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, today, and I guess they're gonna be closed, I guess, until Monday. I don't know. But it had it been Target or Walmart that I got the thing from, they would have better sent me confirmation and shipping information. So I just hope I don't lose my money. It wasn't much, just $150. $150 for that. And you sit on it. It's an ab booster. Look it up. But the only thing, being that I try to do my workouts 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, my neighbors will still be asleep. So that thing will be, it has a squeak to it. So I have to oil it. Let me remind you that if a call comes through, if I lose audio, it's because a call came through. And for some reason, even if I don't pick up the call, I lose my audio. If anybody know about that, leave me a comment. I'm on my iPhone 12 Pro Max. I thought I was gonna have crazy high quality video. I spent damn near $2,000 on the phone, but the video quality seemed to be the same as any other phone. I guess, unless I change some settings, I think it has 4G or 5K, whatever. But I'm just on the regular settings. So if you can't see what I'm doing, I'm kind of like doing my sit-ups. Let me slide down a little bit more. Ooh, so we made it out of 2020. And today is New Year's, but I can't, we're open on the holidays. Just put it that way. We open especially on the holidays. Because that's when people be eating. I ate yesterday, but it wasn't no starch or rice or anything like that. It was just some salmon, 2 slices of it, or 1.5, and like I said, 2 apples and a watermelon. So it wasn't even like I ate hard or anything wrong. I didn't eat nothing wrong, but it just put the weight back on the scale, you know. So I'm back up to 212 when by the end of this week I'm supposed to be down another 10 pounds to 200. I'm trying to get under that 200 mark. But 2021 is going to be a good year for me because I'm not even counting. Okay, so today is day 12, right? But basically it's kind of like day 1 for me because I started this thing like at the end of December for like tryouts to see, is this going to be something that I want to record and commit myself to doing, you know? And it was taking like December, them last little weeks in December to determine, you know. And I determined that, yeah, I want to do this every day. Well, you know, because I don't get the exercise I used to get when I was younger. You know, I used to do a lot of naturally walking. I didn't even have to go to a gym or have a workout plan. I was naturally running around, walking around, you know, getting high. Those drugs, taking drugs doesn't mean that you're in shape, but for some reason, it burns off fat. You be running around skinny. That's why I say they legalizing weed, right? And it's kind of like people been self-medicating themselves. But the same thing with cocaine. I'm not going to say so much crack, but people, a lot of coke addicts are skinny, I guess it's, at the quantity that you take, because they put all them opioids in them pills, in them prescription pills. So that's how people be getting addicted. But, that's definitely not the way to go, because you don't want to hurt your heart smoking, or your lungs, or your kidney, like I had kidney operation. And I don't know how that one kidney went so bad, but when I was younger, we used to do a lot of club hopping and drinking, and probably not drinking enough water, and I messed up my kidney or something. I had like a blockage. I guess they call it probably like a stone, but it was more than a stone. It was like my kidney was closing up. I couldn't urine. So, yesterday, I came up with the cause. With my cause, I'm here in my house, right next to my closets. You know what I'm saying? In the hallway, in a little space. But I'm still getting to it. You know what I'm saying? Some people got big gyms or big floor spaces. And I just got this little hallway space I'm starting from. But I came up with a name for my cause. And our cause is a war against obesity. And I think that's a good one. I think that's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of Americans are obese, the way we eat. And it causes our death, And we're living in a time of, this coronavirus. And, hopefully we can work out, and if we ever get it, we can fight through it, because basically you gotta try to, fight it. It takes your breath away, but you gotta try to breathe on your own, because if a lot of people die on the ventilator, put it that way. They were screaming not enough ventilators for everybody, and they're only giving the ventilators to the rich, but the real deal is, I guess if you need to get on the ventilators for a little while, okay, but you gotta tell them nurses and doctors that, let your lungs exercise a little bit. Take it off and let your lungs exercise a little bit. One lady, they took off the ventilator, and it was supposed to be her last days, and her family was around. And they thought, this was their last moment, saying their last goodbyes, and the doctors, gave up and was taking her off the ventilator. And once they took her off the ventilator, she started breathing on her own good. And the doctor thought, that would only last a few hours. A few hours turned into a day, turned into, a week. She was up off the ventilator. She came off the ventilator breathing and surviving. So Happy New Year's to everybody. Stay indoors. I guess, get your equipment and work out from home. I wouldn't trust right now. They got different strands of that virus in the air. And first of all, you got to go to the supermarket, mainly if you got kids, and you got to get something to drink. You got to get water or, a little food or something. I'm not saying eat heavy or do big shopping, but you got to get some vegetables or some fruits or something. So you got to go into the supermarket and be around other people. So you gotta, get in and get out of there, And then if you have any underlying issues that you see your doctor regularly for, you have to chance going to doctor's appointments. I haven't been to a doctor appointment since this coronavirus hit. All appointments are put off, if it ain't no major issue, you know what I'm saying? Because most of your prescriptions, you could call your doctor and have them refill. Sometimes, the prescriptions expire now after like 6 months. They have to rewrite the prescription. And just tell your doctor to give you refills. We'll give you a lot of refills because I think this virus gonna be around the whole 2021. They got the vaccine. The old people is lining up for it. The seniors. And some people's having allergies, but like I said, I haven't been to my doctor. I don't plan on going to my doctor around anybody that's there because they sick to even ask my doctor about the vaccination. So I don't know where I'm going to get mine or how they going to notify me that they're ready to give me mine. Maybe they send out notifications, send a message through the mailbox and give you your appointment date, I guess. Other than that, I'll stay in the house. When I go to the supermarket, I wear 2 masks. Just hoping 2021 be better than last year. We had a lot of deaths. A lot of seniors didn't make it. These knee lifts, these leg lifts, they harder than sitting up. I had to tell myself, don't get discouraged. The weight is not coming off in the second week the way you want it to. But, because, I was like 10 pounds a week. In the first week, 10 pounds came off. I came from 220 to 210. But this week, it keep bouncing back up. And yesterday, like I said, I ate a little. And I blamed it on a little holiday. But I didn't have no starches. And it's a little discouraging to get on the scale and what you took off is back on. But I chalk it up to if I'm gonna be doing this every day, eventually my body is gonna understand what we're doing, So I ordered the machine, the ab booster, but I don't know if it's gonna be better than this. Just getting down on the floor and doing what you could do. But the reason why I'm getting it is because I'm thinking I could probably do more, I could probably accomplish more with the machine. We'll see. Because it was pretty cheap, $150. And then I read the reviews. I should have read the reviews first. And they're saying that the metal is kind of cheap, and like one person said they had to weld the pedal back on, and another person showed a picture where like the whole top part of the bar was broken off, and another person showed the picture where it came with a dent in the bar, so it had damage. That's why, some of these companies, like when I got the Everlast, you know what I'm saying? I like the Everlast because they trying to live up to their name, and they products is of high quality to last you forever, not for it to break and for you to have to buy another one, But what it probably is that everybody is not going to be able to purchase that until they get down to, 200 pounds. So if you like over 220 pounds, that machine is not for you. So probably it's breaking on people that's over the weight limit. So one place I read the weight limit was like 220. For the ab booster is what I'm talking about. If anybody don't know what I'm talking about, I paid and I'm waiting for it. I don't have it yet. I'm just talking about it. The ab booster, if you want to look it up. It's been breaking on people. And it might be the simple fact that, they're too heavy. Because it has a weight limit of like 220 pounds. You can't be over 220 pounds. And I'm at 212. After today, I'll be back down to 210. After a steamy bath, it'll probably show me 227 on the scale. I don't know. Every time I take a steamy bath, my weight be going down by 3 or 4 pounds. But then that weight bounced back up. So I don't know if it's my scale or I gotta get a new scale. If my scale is accurate or what, I gotta get a good accurate scale. And that's a good thing. Get a scale to watch your weight. Because if you working out, eating and gaining weight, then you're not being effective. You gotta see that weight going down. And take steam baths like in a steam room or something, And that hot tub will make you dizzy, so you're gonna have to, before you get out, cool the water down, so you don't be all dizzy stepping out the tub and bust your head. But it's New Year's. And we don't take no breaks on the holidays. Our fight is the war against obesity. I took off my sweatshirt for today, so you don't see my hoodie. But I do have on my back brace. Cause if I don't wear my back brace while working out, I be grimacing more. My granddaughter was up calling everybody for the New Year at 12 o'clock, and I was in the bed. I could, how you be half asleep and half woke. I was a party pooper, And then I was like telling her, because we in the hood, so I was telling her, stay low, stay away from the windows, because, the fireworks was going off, You don't know if that's gunshots. I don't care how less effective you think your workout is every day. Just, do something. Get in the habit of, putting on your work gear, your workout gear, and doing a little something, Watch your diet. Shit, I'm still over 200 pounds. I can't wait to get back down to like 180. And when I used to stay at 180, I was in my like 30s and 40s. When I was like 30 years old and 40 years old, I was like in my, 180 pounds. I never thought I'd be up to 200 or over 200. One time I got up to 200 and I was so upset. I had, did a diet with chia seeds, was drinking a lot of water, went on a liquid diet, and came down to 160. But I'm back up, So I think it's the workout, if you lose weight by just diet alone, you probably get it back. But if you incorporate a daily workout, I think it'll stay off. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I used to like to do the liquid diet and come down fast, but then you get cravings for all kind of foods that you wasn't eating, and they come right back on. So like I said, I went down 60 pounds. But look at me now. I went all the way up to 220. A lot of that has to do with being depressed, stressed out, letting people get on your nerves, you know, bother you mentally, you know. When you let somebody get in your head mentally, you know, it could cause you to, you know, become depressed, lay up in the bed, eat all day, don't clean up the house, you know. And you know, just be blowing up. So I usually stay on the floor for 30 minutes. We're a little bit past 30 minutes. We're going to get up and get on the heavy bag. Just feeling good right now. I'm just feeling good. Wasted a couple of minutes at the beginning. Whew. So stay down here for a couple of minutes extra. And plus I feel guilty about that food I ate yesterday. Excuse me if you hear the snorting and grimacing and all the sounds, all the gruesome sounds. But like I said, I'm over 200 pounds. You're gonna hear some noises. Okay, so we're gonna do an extra 5 minutes on the floor today because, ooh, I ate yesterday. I feel guilty. So we do 2 more minutes and get on the heavy bag. Ooh. And then I talk so much, so I feel like I'd be wasting time talking. And then at the end, I want to get, you know, a good rhythm going. When it's too late. Ooh. Happy New Year's. We open on the holidays. It's the fight against obesity. We got a hard fight against us. I need to do some calculations, statistics, research. How many Americans are obese? If they make it a job requirement, you know, that you be a certain weight, that you maintain a certain weight, maybe more people will stay in shape. You know, but the restaurants, that'll put the restaurants out of business. Okay, so we stayed down here 35 minutes. Usually I stay down here Only 30 minutes. Whew. Yeah, because I wasn't really getting that sweat rolling off my face after 30 minutes. It took 35 minutes, and I got the sweat going. Once you got the sweat going, at least you know you did a little something for the day. Pop a sweat, you know. Don't get down there and kill yourself or hurt yourself, but, you know, get something going. I gotta get up off this floor, wrap up this equipment, get me some paper towel for my face. Ooh. Pull this camera up. There we go. Whew. Yeah, I can see the buckets in the background. I got a whole bunch of books and stuff stored inside of there, and you know, if they in the Benzes, you know they not being read, so like, what are you holding on to them for? Why don't you give them away? Or give them to the library. My uncle sent me a whole library. He used to have a library in his house in Chicago. And he sent me a whole bunch of books, and I just don't ever throw them away. I gotta get rid of them. Because these, you know, audio books, you know, anybody that's writing a book should make sure they make their book audio. Like, I ain't got that much space. I always spend like 3 or 4 minutes trying to get up off the floor. If you don't see me use them paper towels to wipe my face, that means I didn't do anything. That means no sweat. There's no way you're gonna do a workout and call yourself doing a workout and you ain't got no sweat. I might have to do the 1 hour workout and do an extended version, because like I said, once the ab booster come, you know, once I start adding on machines and stuff like that, and you know, when you get in the groove and you get a good feeling and a good stride going and stuff, you don't want to like get off, you know what I'm saying? So what I thought about yesterday is that I'll continue calling it the 1 hour workout, and on the days that I go more than 1 hour, I just call it the extended version instead of staying, you know, going from 1 hour workout to 2 hour workout. If I do 2 hours, it'll just be the 1 hour workout extended version. And if you could hang for the 2 hours, you know, you hang. And if you can't, you know, then you just do 1 hour. So whenever I say extended, it might be an extra 15 minutes, an extra half an hour, an extra hour, who knows. But you go as far as you can go if you're with me, if anybody's with me, you know. That's what I was thinking about. Some days I might want to work out longer than an hour. Then what do I do? You know what I'm saying? But I think I'm gonna keep it at you know, counting the days. Like today is day 12. I believe today. Yesterday was day 11. So I believe today is day 12 of the 1 hour workout, right? So say I go 2 hours tomorrow, it'll still be like, tomorrow would be like day 13, 1 hour workout extended. Instead of saying day 13, 2 hours, it'll always be the 1 hour workout so that everybody, even if you just like starting out, a beginner, you could just do your 1 hour. And extended, I would always announce. So today we're not going to do extended. Today we're just going to do the regular workout. Today is a holiday. And don't eat too much. Happy New Year. And hopefully this year be a better year, Hopefully the black guys are wising up, and, the rappers and the gangbangers are wising up and do something positive and get together with their colors and help the community and fight a war against something that's more positive, And when I say war, I don't mean to be shooting and fighting with guns. I just mean to put an effort forward to improve. Like, instead of getting together and being a gang against each other, or shooting and killing against each other, or rapping and being jealous of each other and snatching each other's chains, why don't y'all all get together and fight? And I guess it'll take writing letters and doing, demonstrations, like peaceful demonstrations. But I think one of the fights that the brothers should be doing is their incarceration, their length of incarceration compared to whites, Even that white lady she did something, I think, with her daughter, paying to get her daughter in a special college or whatever, and she only did 2 months. I think they gave her 4 months, and she only did 2 months and sent her right back home because she's rich, you know what I'm saying? So, they probably cleaned the jail for her and painted it. Or who knows, she probably wasn't even in the jailhouse. They probably put her in a little hotel, you know what I'm saying, and said, you can't leave here, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely not equal. The sentencing policy is not equal, They give, the black people more time than white people, you know what I'm saying? And the black guys, be trying to plead insanity, and, they be giving the white guys insanity and sending them to the mental hospital, which isn't as hard as jail, you know what I'm saying? But knowing that, the black guys is the main ones that have issues, you know what I'm saying? More than a white person. You know what I'm saying? Because, first of all, 400 years of slavery is your history. That's all you know about it, because you can't go back to your ancestors, you know what I'm saying? So that right there, off the top, put stress on every black person's mind about what their ancestors went through. And then from there, if they can't get a job and they got, they the man of the house, they can't feed their family, they gotta go out there and hustle. Maybe I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta hustle some drugs, that's the first thing that comes to their mind, to make some money, Because nobody gonna put them on. If they dropped out of school, they don't know how to start their businesses, Information is, the key. You gotta dig for the information, and the people, whatever you wanna do in life, you have to get around those people. And, you can't wear jeans and jeans hanging off your butt and sneakers and stuff. You gotta put on a business suit, You gotta somehow either go to the Salvation Army or somewhere and get some a decent suit just to get up like, you know, catch one of those meetings or something where they be having a business meeting or something, you know, one of them free ones, and talk to people and ask questions, you know. So that's one thing. People do like to teach other people, you know, and they don't just keep that in their family, because a lot of times, you know, your family members is not into what you're into, or, you know, they be crabs in the barrel, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really, like, deal with them about your goals and success. So most of the time it be with strangers, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time it be with, you know, business associates. I'm not even gonna say friends, because, you know, a friend is a, you know, very hard definition, but, you know, you gotta kind of like dress the part of what you know, like any job that you have, they have a dress code for it, right? So I'm a real estate broker, so when I go to do my real estate, I gotta put on, like, you know, if it's not a suit, it'll be like business pants and a blazer, you know what I'm saying, and some shoes. I can't put on jeans and a t-shirt and go to, you know, negotiate with somebody about their house, you know what I'm saying? Or even showing them apart. I can't come looking, you know, I gotta dress the part. You know, any job that you get, they tell you, you know, they put you in your, if you boxing, you gotta be in your boxing gloves and, you know, your uniform. If you're a mailman, you know what I'm saying? Whatever job, even when I work for the police department, you know, I was just a traffic agent, but, you know, I had to go to a special store to get my uniforms, and, you know, I couldn't have my shirt out untucked. I had to tuck my shirt, you know, put on my you know, they put the patches on my shirts, and, you know, we had to wear special, you know, color shoes, black shoes, you know what I'm saying? The pants was automatically polyester, you know, permanent crease in it, you know. Like, you know, they want you to, you know, represent in a certain way to be respected by the public, so when the public see you, they know what you are and what you do, you know? So if you're just running around with jeans hanging off your butt, that automatically gonna say that, you know, you a thug, you know what I'm saying? What they be saying, like, stereotyping, like, they say the police stereotype, but, you know, if you always wear jeans, sneakers, and a hoodie shirt with your hood hanging over, and, you know, you looking, you know, rough and scary, or you looking hood all the time, yeah, they're gonna stereotype. They're gonna think, yeah, this is a weed smoker, or this is a gun toter, or this is a gang member, you know. Mainly for the people that they be out there, they in the, like, say the Bloods, they wear red. You represent their thing, you know. You can't tell with the Bloods, with the Crips that much, because a lot of people wear blue jeans, or, you know, wear blue. But unless they have the flag hanging, you know, unless they, you know, got that blue scarf thing. But you gotta dress the part. You know, it's 2021, and it's just crazy, because we can't even talk about slavery and them whipping us, you know, or our ancestors in slavery times, because we doing worse to each other. We gunning each other down, shooting each other in the head, and laughing about it at that, you know, and showboating and on the internet about it, you know. So we doing worse to each other, you know. So let 2021, like I said, I'm fighting a war on obesity because there's not much I can do with the guys out there. I didn't even raise a son. I have a daughter, so it's not really, other than talking, you know, they need their fathers to stay in their lives, you know. If you're a father and you have a son, like I was looking at the Vlad interview with Young Buck, and they got to a point where he was saying something about, Vlad asked him, was that true what you said about your father? Because Young Buck said, my father was a dope fiend, I never cared about him. He said some line in there, I don't miss him, you know what I'm saying? And so Young Buck was saying, yeah, that was true as far as what I knew of who my father was. But that person that he was talking about was not his father. That guy was his sister's father that was around in the house at the time. And he said he got the name of that guy, but his real father is in a motorcycle gang, is the leader in the motorcycle gang, which I guess you could feel a little bit more better, you know, like, and your father's, you know, in with somebody, you know. I'm not saying that the motorcycle gang is, you know, not using drugs or more productive, but, you know, more of a stand-up person, you know, than just a dope fiend, a bending over dope fiend. So he thought the dope fiend guy was his father, but that was his sister's father. So, yeah, at first, you know, I wasn't worried. I see a Young Buck come up on Vlad TV, but, you know, I'm not clicking on everything, right? So, but I'm on YouTube, and I got bored last night, you know, and so I started clicking on, you know, because Vlad, he do good. He cut it up in like little 5-minute, 10-minute, 8-minute slots, right? So you don't have to sit there all day for one. If you don't want to listen to the whole thing at one time, you can listen to it in spurts. So I just started listening to the chopped up, you know, videos, pieces of his video. And yeah, so he met his father when he was 37, he said. But he always had like a love for like Harley Davidsons, and that's what his father was into, like motorcycles and stuff like that. So, you know, maybe his father was riding through, or, you know, from time to time, or left some model motorcycles around the house, and, you know, he caught hold to it. You know, like, you know, some things, like, they make some things available to you, but they're not telling you the whole truth. And then finally, you know, his mother came out and told him who his father was. You know? And then I was listening to some other stuff he was talking about with, you know, him being a stand-up guy, you know, being with Young Money, being with G Unit, and being with around Juvenile, you know. He was always the one that was a stand-up guy. And he took up that one award show for Dr. Dre was getting jumped or something and stabbed a guy, and, you know, and got the charges dropped down. But he said people started cutting him off and taking him off records and doing different things when they thought he had a serious case, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they thought he killed the guy, but I think they dropped it. It went from attempt murder down to an assault, so the guy didn't die or nothing like that, but I guess he jigged him up. He said he had a fork, you know, so his story is very interesting. And the other thing that I realized about Young Buck is that He's well spoken, you know. Like when he articulate his words, when he put his stories together and stuff, you know, he could put it together in short to a full understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like he sum up his story real good and you still have a full understanding. Like me, I'm long-winded, so I gotta keep talking and saying it in different ways because I think somebody didn't understand what I said and stuff here. But I find Young Buck being well versed, and I don't know if it's because guys do jail bids. The ones that do jail bids, I'm noticing most of them are they have a good speech. They talk well. So I guess that's the only thing that it's available for you to do in there. Like kind of like get your speech together. You read a lot of books and stuff like that. So you're properly mimicking, how other people write books and put their words together, whatever. A lot of guys that, go to jail, a lot of them learn the Bible, or like, what's his name? My song. They have a good, like, little speech about themselves. They know how to talk and articulate words and have a good little vocabulary, which is always good. And, I guess if you have to do a jail bid, you make the best of it. You try to be a teacher in there, you know what I'm saying? Whatever I'm quite sure there's a whole bunch of guys in there that don't know it, you know what I'm saying? So that's a good way to, I guess, show them that, you turning your life around, you know what I'm saying? If, whatever that's positive, or whatever you read in the books that you learn that's positive, and you teach other people. Because I think it's, they say there's prisoners that's the teachers in the jails. Like your teachers are somebody that's serving time. They're not like, a free person that's come to the jail and teaches, I heard that the teachers are inmates that teach different programs in the jail. Anyway, I don't want to never know nothing about that. So I keep it straight and narrow. And as far as these stimulus checks and this PPP for paycheck protection for businesses, y'all don't go apply for $2 million and say that your payroll was $2 million and all of that stuff, and you took a loss and all, and and then they give you the $2 million, and then you turn around and you get in a fraud case and going to jail. Like right now is not a time to go to jail. And the other thing is, whatever license that you needed for your business, erase it, because you're not going to be able to have a license for your business with fraud. So if you don't qualify for the loan, I think there's still like $1,000 or something that they'll give you. But even though I think we deserve more, but if you didn't file taxes and you didn't have employees in 2019 before this thing started, don't start acting like you was a big business, you know what I'm saying? Don't start acting like you had like 10 and 20 employees now, because it's for a particular thing. So I know people be scamming, and you're going to enjoy the stuff now, and then you're going to be able to post stuff on Instagram and like you're doing good, and then the next thing you know, your face is gonna be platted all over the internet that you did fraud. So that's it. We got a 1 hour workout here. Happy New Year! Hopefully we have a better year than 2021. Than 2020. Okay, so we fighting the war against obesity is our cause, and get your 1 hour workout in every day. Okay, peace. I'm out.